Come on. What's up? Hey, what? A brother can't be on vacation for a few days? Come on, let's go. Raider Nation, what's up? I don't know what we could talk about. Woo! Our moves got moves. Our drama's got drama. Our owners got drama. Oh my God. It's so silly out there right. It's so silly out there right now. Completely silly. There's almost too much going on. What's up, family? Raider Bear Live. I'm about to do this. I can't believe what's going on. I don't even know how to start. I don't. There's so much going on. Mainly with me having a brand new way to put foots in them. Oh, both of them. Just size 13s. Just, I'm giving it to them. Next, Raider Bear Live. No joke. On my mama. Tradish! Raider Bear Live, first comment, woo! MVP tonight goes to, yeah, you know, I mean, I've been off for a while. So when I've been off for a while, I get strange winners of my medal round. Even if it is my good friend, Bob Standard and Casey Standard. Although I am mad at her. She's in my doghouse right now. Or in her instance, the cat house. She knows I hate pickles. Ah, you silly little bell, you. There it goes again. Second place. No, hey, look, I'm on the wrong page. And second place, my silver medal goes to S.A. Ho, Big Dog. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear. I see everybody stepping in now to the show. We're going to get to discussing things in a momentito. Third place, my bronze medal goes to the normal champion of the world, that 5-moji making son of a gun, Mark Bargis, who, by the way, checked in on me and my family today, and I really appreciate that, brother. Much love. All right, that was my YouTube presence. Please, if you would, like and subscribe. There are some of you who still haven't liked and subscribed to my YouTube. I don't like that. You know I don't like that. And then you need to recommend my YouTube to your friends, family members, loved ones, employees, long lost friends, ex-lovers. All right, maybe not the ex-lovers. Facebook, first place, the heavyweight champion of the world didn't win it tonight. I'm out of shape. I haven't been on the show as much, so he hasn't been on the show as much. But tonight's winner, Facebook with Bear, Chris Strong. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear. And in first place tonight. Second place, my silver medal goes to my new head of security, handsome Joe Holman! What's up, Joe? Welcome to the show. And Joe, listen, when those guys park my car this time, check them out, okay? I'm just saying, check them out. I don't want anybody, taking stuff out of my glove box and things like that. Hey, look, I'll throw you an extra tip. Third place, my bronze medal goes to Mike Henderson. I kind of made a play on that from Bob McAdoo, the old Laker legend. I don't know if you remember that, but they used to call him Can-Do McAdoo. So I kind of stole that from him. Just so you know. I think I told you that once before. If I didn't, there it is. Honorable mention to my friend Lucky Pace, that sultry sounding son of a gun. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear. Kevin Kahu Hano. Kevin, no lies are detected on this show. I do not cap. I do not cap. No, it's me. No. No, it's not an imposter. It's me. Hi, honey. I am not AI. AI could never be this naturally handsome or humorous, especially not all at once. Let me see this. Victorian Clan 3359 said, damn, Sam, it's a lot of energy tonight. Should ask my wife how good I am for energy at night. What are you coming like that for all of a sudden? This is a family show, okay? I swear. My wife started that. It was the shirt. All right. Tanamoku, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear. See you there. Will Nanoff, what's up, man? The crazy squirrel in the house. Tom Shepard said, Bear! Super Bowl, LX, whatever. Tom, Tom, there's another Tom that thought he might come down from the rafters and suit up in black and silver. If you can't hear my wife in the background laughing at me, the reason she's laughing at me is because I've been going through great agony and pain for many days now, waiting for this opportunity to come on here and talk to you about that human Ken doll whose wife left him for a karate instructor. I think it was yoga or something like that. It was even worse than a karate instructor. It was like a yoga guy. It was a yoga guru. You know what those guys do? Teach your old lady how to get into this position and this position until they're teaching them how to really do it. Tommy, you stay out of my room. Trying to do a show in here. It's a family show, damn you. And look, and now Victoria's got me saying damn. Welcome to the show. Armando Medrano, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Kevin, I miss you too, brother. Chris Strong said, hi, Mama Bear. Okay, so let's get to it. So Tom Brady tried to unretire. You know, sometimes when you have to take a Band-Aid, you should just rip it off. See, I didn't want to go slow about it. Just let it out. Tom Brady tried to unretire and quarterback for the Raiders this upcoming season. I know it hurts even hearing it a second time, doesn't it? Look, I told all of you that we could not trust that guy. I told each and every one of you that we could not trust that guy. And everybody said to me, oh, Bear, but he knows so much about football. He's so good at football. He could make the Raiders great again. He might be able to be the guy that does it. No, you are all desperate. Anyone and anything that puts a Raider hat on suddenly is going to take the legacy to new heights. New meaning anywhere that isn't the basement. Be mad with me. See, I smiled through my anger, and then I just burst it all out on all of you. Because I'm sick and tired of everybody taking a dump on the Raiders. The greatest logo, the best design, the best team colors, the most iconic of logos, known all over the world, smeared through the mud now for a good 15 years of Al Davis progeny, Mark Davis, who I still look at like he's a child. because he's had the team under his control for 14 years plus. You know how many winning seasons he's had? 2. Yeah, I'm mad. I love all the new players. I love what we're doing. I love the new talent. But how can it get where it's going when the head of the snake upstairs is so stupid? Oh.
Did I hear a snake?
Hi, daughter. Come to say hi, little cub?
Yes.
Give him some love. No, don't. No, I told you, don't touch the mustache. That's instant, grounded. No weekend fun.
I thought I had to come in too since Mama came in.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Hello, guys.
Love and stuff.
Hope everyone's having a good day.
Well, they were just getting started on having a good day because I'm starting to give our owner the business.
Well, of course.
And our minority owner.
You can't have a Tuesday.
Because they're nitwits. They're literally nitwits. I just don't understand it. Love you more. Oh, yes, Mike. Tom. I can't stand it. I'm putting foots in him. I mean, the guy played a weekend of flag football. You all saw it because the stupid news and their stupid reporters had to go with their stupid things and their stupid cameramen and film the thing. And all of a sudden you see Tom bouncing around. You know that little sexy quarterback bounce he has where he's looking over the field like a general at war with his chiseled Ken doll chin. A zing! Yeah. You did it at the highest level for 2 decades. That's enough. Sit in your booth, order your booze, and talk about the good old days with the other has-beens that you can have up there with you, who we all love. To you, they're has-beens, because you, down deep in your heart, are a patriot. You know, the guy that stole our destiny. I'm not off the tuck rule. You guys can come off it. I am not off the tuck rule. Not off. Not over. Never over. It's family. Look, it doesn't wash off. It's ink, but didn't come out of any pen. You know what my reaction to meeting Tom Brady would be? He'd be like, hey, how you doing, R8RBEAR? And I'd look at him, hey, Tom, how you doing? Ha! All righty, all hard. I would make sure each and every diamond leaves a nice little indent in his forehead. Don't like that guy. What are you doing? Your wife dumped you because you couldn't get over football. Then you get out of football just in time enough to see her dump you. Then you can't stand the itch. You can't just date beautiful women and supermodels. You can't just spend your money on multiple yachts and cars, like normal guys do. Instead, what do? Hey, I'm ready to come back. I played a little flag football. I could feel the juice. Get out of here, man. Just get out of here, man. Just stop. Look, no matter who you are, okay? No matter who you are, you don't get to come back, okay? Stop looking at Floyd Mayweather. No, stop looking at Floyd Mayweather. That's an individual sport. That's not team. Focus. Sit upstairs, sign checks, go to meetings, shut up. I'm not interested. Honestly, do you guys really think about it? Do you guys really think that any of those free agents are here because of Tom? Do you really think that? Do you think that we got Tyler Lindenbaum, the best center in football, because of Tom? No. It's the lightning bolt. The thunder came. See, we got our cap space. We got our number 1 pick. We got a new coach. A coach that knows modern football right now, is a winner right now and is ready to turn us into a winner right now. With the talent we have and the talent we'll add, Kubiak's going to take us for a ride, and it's going to be nice. I'm willing to put my neck out there. I didn't say that for Josh McDaniels. I didn't say that for AP, and I for damn sure didn't say that for Pete Carroll. Although I did give Pete Carroll, like, my endorsement. I did say that, and I don't back away from stuff I say. If I said it, I said it. And he was a flaming failure, but I still do not blame that on him. I just don't see how anyone can. We all know now, looking back, he couldn't implement his coaching staff. He couldn't implement the offense he wanted to run. On and on and on and on. Any adjustments, decisions, they were all being overlooked. Or, excuse me, they were all being overwatched by Tom and Mark, and they were and Spytech, who were making decisions without Pete Carroll's okay, because Pete Carroll had to get their okay. What head coach do you know of that, one, does that, there isn't any, and two, the ones that do don't win? So he was doomed from beget. There's too much. There's too much. I love everything we've done in free agency. Although I've got to say, don't everyone get too excited about Kwity Paye yet. Don't get too excited about Kwity Paye yet. We've got to see him on the field first. I'll tell you why in a second. But we got to see Kwity Paye on the field first. But first, before my rage goes any further, I'd like to remind you, please like and subscribe if you can. I am on YouTube and Facebook. If you would, click me on YouTube. If you consider a subscription to Raider Bear Family page on Facebook, you'd be helping me quite a great deal, because I do quite a bit for people all over the world, homeless, single moms, on and on and on. We've given hundreds of thousands of shots we were able to do fundraising for when COVID was going crazy, and we got lots of children shots that they never would have gotten, and so on and so forth. And we do it all with stars contributed to the show and subscriptions. And when stars are given to the show, you will hear this. That's my way of indicating that someone is given stars and they are helping out the show, and I really appreciate that. Okay, now let's get back to it. So I don't really want to go on this too much because it's stupid, but I literally, I'm talking to you, Tom. I know you watch the show, Tom. Hey, some Raiders do. Just, I doubt him, but I've had Raider viewers in the past. Okay. Tom, man to man. I'm pretty sure, Tom, I'm older than you. Tom, man to man. Okay? Knock it off, okay? Just what are you were struggling 2 or 3 years ago with your footwork and not getting blasted in the pocket. And now you see us putting a squad together with probably the best center in football, and now all of a sudden you get a wild hair. Hey, Fernando Mendoza, really appreciate you looking out for him. I mean, if I'm Fernando, I'm kind of worried now. Is my minority owner going to come down from the booth if I lose 4 games and take my job? You can't make this up. See, I know there's at least one person who's not laughing at that. I know there is. And so I will reach out and touch that person who's not laughing and remind you that we go through this kind of pain as Raider fans, and we're used to it. Try to think of any other franchise that you've ever heard of in your entire life that had a minority owner that said, I'm going to come down from the rafters and lead the franchise to greater winning. God, he makes us look so stupid. And all of it is all his ego. Putting foots in him. Raiders! Oh, it's the best Raider call in the business. You can go to any fan tailgate party anywhere you want. Vegas, Oakland, you ask them who's got the best Raider shout. They'll tell you they'll tell you who's what's. Bear. I know it's almost not fair. Yeah, I made that rhyme intentionally. Tashina, no poking and no trolling either. Chris Strong, that's right. Never off the tuck whirl. Everyone say hi to my friend Tashina. We go way back. Yeah, Will Nanoff, no. The Immaculate Reception, yes. The tuck, yes. There is no let it go. I've never understood that. Whenever anyone has said to me, let it go, I immediately say to them, the only reason why you can say that is because you're not a Raider fan. So don't ask me to give up something you can't understand. And then I'll ask them what their favorite team is. And they all say stupid things like the Atlanta Falcons. And I used to like Brett Favre and the Packers. I'm like, well, what about them then? Huh? What if somebody takes your destiny on a rule you know doesn't exist, that's fake, and the refs literally use it to advance the career of the Ken doll, who now is a part owner of our franchise, who I am convinced is just another millionaire that only bought stake into the Raiders to troll us. Ken doll. Put in Footsina. I know the mustache is particularly twisty tonight because I'm in a mood. Ellis Irving, my day was incredible, other than watching the human Ken doll pretend that he can still play football in a flag football exhibition. He should be embarrassed. He's not, but he should be embarrassed. Add to that, the league said no. That's the real punchline, is that he would be slinging the rock for us right now if it weren't for the NFL stepping in and telling him no. No, Tom Brady, you don't get everything you want, Ken doll. Oh, and you know what? I probably shouldn't call him a Ken doll. I probably shouldn't do that. I got to stop calling him Ken doll. I should do that because Ken dolls never lose their Barbie. I can feel at least one person go, oh! Hey, I have my Barbie. You know, honestly, Kevin, I know what you're talking about when you say TV grad in 95 like Woodson and me. Yeah, no, I get you, man. And remember, they were teammates at Michigan. He sat, our guy, okay, Woodson, sat Tom down, and this was before his wife dumped him, and, and asked him, hey, you know, are you going to admit that, you know, was a fumble? Are you just going to say it now? And you know what he did? He went like this. I mean, Charles, what do you want? I mean, come on, Charlie. I mean, what do you want from me? I mean, so I'm sick and tired of people saying that Tom eventually did say it to him. I don't care if he said it to him off camera. I don't care if he said it to him in another interview that wasn't on camera and we only have sound and nonsense like that. I don't care. I don't care if he has a new national quarter stamped from the government that says, I used the tuck rule to beat the Raiders. And he admits it in court. Don't care, because it doesn't take back what he did or what the NFL allowed him to steal from us. From men who got up every day in pain and lifted weights and kissed their kids and took on road trips and flights on airplanes to play in games where the outcome was already decided. Because you were cheating better. Tom. What were you going to do, Tom? Were you going to come in for us? Throw a little cheating around the field for us? I hate that guy. I'm not trying to sound like I'm some kind of super stud. Excuse me, Joe. We already know you're a super stud. But I don't care if Brady's a former professional athlete or not, giving me 5 minutes alone with him, and we'll never hear from Brady again. It doesn't matter if he was a professional athlete. Come on, man. You really are being modest. I mean, who hasn't seen the video of Tom with his shirt off when he was running around in the combine? That was the pastiest white man boob having jelly belly I have ever seen at the combine. I've seen offensive linemen that look better than that. Okay, Jesse Parker, you bring up a good point. Who is the controlling individual who's trying to take controlling interest into the Raiders? Now, he's not necessarily taking controlling interest into the Raiders. And please excuse me, I don't remember his name. I don't have his name at the top of my head. And I might have it in my notes here, but I got to check. Hold on. No, I have it in my notes about the story with him losing the team. And I know, well, it appearing that he's losing the team. They're trying to make it sound like that. It's mainly for drama. The truth is, if Mark Davis has even 1% ownership of the Raiders, which he has a lot more than 1%, but if he only had 1%, because he was technically grandfathered in to the position by his father, it means that he can own 1%, but still have the arguing decider, so to speak, of any sort of vote of anything that would happen with the Raiders. Almost anything. Personnel, stock, everything. And he got grandfathered in. See, now it's different if you're just some online internet billionaire and you buy it from me. You're not my family member. So if it was my son and I give him my Raiders, then it's bequeathed to him and he has a certain amount of rights with his contract strength, whereas an outsider does not. But we weren't bought by anyone. It was just Mark Davis having the team given to him by his dad. So because of that, he can have 1% stock in the team and yet still oversee everything that involves the team. But even though that's true legally, it's not a very strong position legally. And so if this new guy gets what he wants, and I think he's going to, because did you notice the NFL announced the secession announcement for meetings that are going to happen? If they haven't happened already, they're going to happen very soon. But I think they may have already happened. If not, they're coming up. Again, I apologize. I'll get more news on it. And when I come on next, I'll give you more about it, Jesse. But what I know for sure is they're going to vote to see how much stock he can actually buy, how much controlling ownership he'll have. And then they have to deal with the laws that say Mark Davis still has a certain amount of strength as an owner, even if he only has the least amount of shares. They're going to work that out somehow, because I've been saying this to you for 5 years now. I already knew Mark Davis was going to extend himself too far. Okay, we know that now. He has extended himself too far. He does have a lot of money, and people keep talking about how he's gotten richer and richer since he's moved to Las Vegas. Guys, that's liquid money. That's liquid money. If you look at my worth, you could argue that I'm $1.7 million. Raider Bear's worth is $1.7 million. But I don't have $1.7 million. It's just if you take absolutely everything I own and put it together and you could sell it all for cash and then collect that cash, I could be close to that. Homes, cars, computers, jewelry, et cetera, whatever I have in the bank, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So Mark's value is like that. He's not that rich. He's been the least rich owner in the league since he became the owner of the Raiders. Now, that jumped a little bit. He's still the least. He just has more spending money. But anyway, long story short, he's up to his neck with Bank of America. He's got to get those payments in. The tickets aren't selling like he hoped they would. And the revenue from hotels and hotel patronage in Vegas had a tax put on it. So every one of those major hotels in Vegas, whenever someone would stay there, there was an additional small tax that was put into their fees that was meant to automatically go to paying for the fees that are due for the building of the stadium for the Raiders in behalf of Mark Davis. Okay, now that I got all that out, that doesn't matter because he put himself too far out there. He made a little money when he bought the Las Vegas Aces, the female NBA team, but it was only worth $2 million when he bought it. It's worth a little bit more now because they've won the championship a couple of times, but it's not really that significant. It's still wealth, and that's kind of why I've been hoping that Mark Davis would just go ahead and let this guy have the stock, sell to the guy, get a large sum of money, and just get out of here. And I appeal to everyone that says they don't want him to sell because you need to have a Davis own the team. You know what I mean? Because we've always had a Davis own the team. I get that, but I'm just not when it's the son. I mean, should we take Mark Davis's son too? Let's say he's 31 or something like that. Should he be the owner now? You know what I mean? Because he's a Davis. He doesn't know anything about football. He's never worked in football. Doesn't know anything about real estate and doing deals like this and $1 million numbers, working with agents and cap space. You know what I mean? He knows it about as well as the average person does. We want him in charge? No. You know what I mean? I'd rather we get just one of these super millionaires, buy Mark Davis out, and then hire people to work for you that are good, solid, professional football people that are going to bring our franchise back to prosperity. Not necessarily Super Bowls right off the bat. I just want to see consistent winning. No doormat. We're not a doormat. Look at the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills for the last 4 or 5 years should have won a Super Bowl. They had every year they've had Josh Allen, they should have won a Super Bowl, except for his rookie season. That's just because he's a rookie. Okay. That kid, Joe Burrow, the Bengals should have a Super Bowl. But they have quarterbacks with enough talent, but they never put it around them. But regardless, I want to be that at minimum. I want to know that I'm going to win. And if we lose a game, it's because the other team was better, not because we fumble all over ourselves, can't run the ball, you know, coaches arguing with what offense we should run, etc. Come on, man. Any news on other free agent prospects? Right now, Tom Shepard, it's quiet because of what the Ravens did to us. Remember, when we made the deal with the Ravens, we had already made the deal. It was done. So we had Max Crosby going to the Ravens. Max Crosby goes to the Ravens facility and is greeted by nobody. Nobody. Not only did the Ravens do us dirty, but they weren't even man enough to meet Max Crosby at the door and say to his face, "We ended the deal. It's our fault. I'm sorry." The owner never showed up. The general manager who brought him in left him sitting in a room for 5 hours. The coach never came out. It was a player that went into where Max Crosby was, who probably knew what was going on. The player said, "Hey, come on, let me walk you over here." Brings him over to where the coach is, and the coach goes ghost face because he knows the deal's off, and he doesn't want to be the one to have to tell Max to his face. How's that for some coward shit right there? Please excuse my language there. Most of you who watch my show, you know I never cuss. Almost never. I go like months and months and months before one foul word comes out of my mouth. But this made me mad. This legitimately made me mad. And by the way, none of this is Max's fault. None of this is the Raiders' fault. And I'm not just a rah-rah guy for the Raiders. Yes, this is a Raider show. Yes, I'm a Raider fan, born and raised since I was 7 years old. Okay, went to my first game at 7, bouncing on my grandfather's knee, watching Kenny Stabler and the boys. The Ravens have actually had 3 other occasions like this. I'm not joking. Go on ESPN, Google it on YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's a report going around on ESPN right now that the Ravens owner has done this on 3 other occasions where he had an opportunity at a deal. He gave up 2 first-round picks and then got an opportunity at another deal from another team and then rescinded the first deal because he was going to get the other deal cheaper, which is what he did to us. Now, for the 4th time, this Ravens owner has smeared his name and his franchise by gutlessly pulling out of moves that he wanted, by the way. He reached out to the Raiders. We want Max Crosby. We'll give you 2 first-round picks. And then, we changed our mind. Who cares if this is multi-million-dollar contracts? Who cares if you told a famous, incredible, multi-time NFL superstar that he's moving, who then tells his wife and family we're moving, and they all go through that trauma for you to back out of the deal? because you could get Trey Hendrickson without throwing in 2 first-round picks. Trash. That's all the Ravens owner gets from me. Trash. Your franchise is trash. Your owner is trash. And I can say that because the way you did the Raiders, you're going to do these other teams too. I'm sure of it. We have documented proof of it on at least 3 other occasions, now the 4th. It gives a whole new meaning to you guys when you call yourselves the Dirty Birds. I agree. Your owner is dirty. He's a dirty old bird. And I don't know what you're excited about, because I promise you, and I want everybody to hear me when I say this, Hendrickson, the guy you decided to take, you're going to regret that. You're going to regret that. You had a chance at Max Crosby. You had the deal, and you're going to regret that. I promise you. Trey Hendrickson is not going to work out. It's going to be the first time in his career that he's ever fallen down. It's going to be from injuries and who knows what else. Mark my words. You don't do the Raiders dirty like that. You don't do guys in business dirty like that and then get away with it. I promise you. Trey Hendrickson's about to have a bad year. You watch. They're trying to move Lamar Jackson. They're firing their coach. They're all but in a rebuild. I'm glad Max didn't end up there. That situation's going to be worse than what we're doing right now. By the way, we made the moves that we made with Max gone, assuming his money was going to be off the books. So now we've got him back. His money's back on the books, and we went on a shopping spree. I hate to say it, but it's what we as fans have always wanted. I mean, come on. How many times have me and Joe been talking about get this man some help at defensive end? Get someone in here who can handle that and help this guy on the other side. Now we go out and get Kwity Paye because we thought Max was gone. We needed a pass rusher again. We were only going to have one on one side again. So thank God the Ravens got cold feet, backed out, and allegedly made a better deal. I respect Trey Hendrickson. I do. And when there was an opportunity to get him, I wanted to pair him with Max, but I never thought he was better than Max. I still don't think that. And don't give me numbers. Oh, he's got more sacks. Oh, this, that, or the other. I'm talking about here. The stat you can't measure. That's where I don't think Trey measures up to Max. Not in the heart. We should all thank God that went the way it did. And I don't mean it that seriously. You don't have to pray. I'm just simply saying that I'm glad this fell through. I don't blame Max at all. It doesn't feel awkward for me at all. Any Raider fan that feels awkward with what happened with Max, let it go. Just let it go. You should let it go. Max made a decision, okay? You have to look at it this way. He made a decision. He did not want to go through another rebuild. For those of you who are wondering, he was not in the dark. It wasn't like the Raiders just traded him to the Ravens. He asked for it. He pushed for it. So we have a right to go, hey, what the hell? But the deal fell through. So I'm not ready to hate the man because he thought he was making a good business decision. He did not want to be a part of another rebuild. He saw a franchise that was interested in him that, has a structure, that has a coach, and has an idiot owner that's a backstabbing liar. Might want to be more careful about where you were trying to go there, Max. Because if you'd done the smallest bit of research on their owner, you would have saw, I got Lamar Valentine laughing. I know that. Arnie Garza, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Kenny Blair, that's my guy right there. TB having anything to do with the Raiders will always leave a bad taste in my mouth. That's because you're a real Raider fan, Kenny Blair. Even in the land of whiskey and crumpets, you understand, Raider Nation, as well as any fan I've ever had on my show. Lamar Valentine had something important to say. Raiders! Woo! I hope you don't mind, Lamar. I added the woo at the end. Who is your pick to mentor Mendoza as our veteran quarterback? Well, there's so many guys. I kind of liked the Kyle Murray thing, but obviously he ended up with Minnesota. So that's out. But that's the only guy that I would have thought of as a veteran guy that I wouldn't mind coming right over and potentially helping us. All the other guys, just to me, are too old, or there's just things wrong with them. I don't like Tua, or trying to make a deal with the Dolphins for Tua. I don't like the idea of trying to make a deal for Russ, Danger Russ, that idiot that used to play for the Seahawks. Had it been like 3 years ago, Russell Wilson would work, but no. Oh, the succession plan passed today, Tom Shepard. Okay. Now, see, you're doing my job for me. It was today. Now, see, the reason why I was surprised by that, just getting back to your statement real quick, when have they ever announced anything like that? They've never done that. I've checked, they've never done that. They've never had a time where they said, okay, we're going to have a little meeting over here for the succession. Now announce it to the public. I think that this is a parachute for this new owner, so that when it comes out to Raider Nation, they're not going to feel like he was a pirate that came in and took the job and took the franchise from Mark Davis. But that is exactly what he's trying to do, and I could care less. I don't know why he's worried about the Raider Nation having a backlash at him. I mean, maybe a small section of Raider Nation would give him a hard time for forcing Mark out, but not this part of it of Raider Nation. Oh, Arnie Garza said, question, what is our biggest need after quarterback in the draft? Well, okay, we addressed part of it by bringing in the big snapping center. Now, in my opinion, and I'm kind of going with my boy Joe Holman on this one, even though we brought in Kwity Paye, I would still look in the draft for another young monster defensive end. And then I would look at in the next round, if not the second round, maybe in the third round, look at offensive line help, probably twice. I think we have 2 picks in the 4th. Maybe look there twice. Regardless, though, I would like to see us look twice at the offensive line. Even though we look a lot more solid on the offensive line, by adding this center, it moves other people into places now where we don't have to argue anymore whether we need to move them around or not. You know what I mean? Now we're going to have stability at the center position. Now, obviously, left guard, left tackle is really where you want to be your best on an offensive line. But your center, as a rule, calls out the signals and works with that left tackle. So we've got the left tackle, at least for the next couple of years. I don't know how much longer he's going to last. He started to get broken up a little bit, our all-pro left tackle. But when he's on, he's great. When he's not injured, he's great. So hopefully he'll get motivated, because you know how it is when you're an athlete. I'm sure some of you, male or female, have played some sport. And when you know you're going to have your favorite teammate with you, or your brother or sister who hits the ball really well when you play family softball, you get a little bit more excited. You get a little bit more pumped up, and you get more excited about winning. And I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen for our offensive line with this addition at center. But to answer your question more emphatically, quarterback, defensive end, offensive line. And I'm thinking of depth, even though I think we do have depth right now, and we didn't get a chance to see enough of that depth that we got last year. I think we'll see some of it more now. Okay, being Tucker, Mayer, and Wilson last year, who do you resign or let go after this season? I'm looking more at Tucker. Trey Tucker, to me, is like the family homegrown Raider that's just, we love him and we like him, but it's not getting done. It's just not getting done. I know you all saw last year, right when the season started, he had a 3-touchdown game. And we all went, whoa, who is this new Tucker? He was showing footwork. He was showing in and out of his routes, had improved his breaking in and out of his routes. which was something he had been working on the summer before that when we were in the offseason. And then it showed immediately in game one, does a little wiggle, gets off a guy, looks a lot like Hunter Renfrow, runs to the sideline, does a little sideline, those catches where you got a diamond point, catch the ball, probably the hardest catch other than the basket catch over the top of your helmet. And he made it, toes down, touchdown. But I'm tired of waiting. After that, what did we get from Trey Tucker? Nothing. Again, nothing. And again, I'll give you another nothing. Why are we still talking to Malcolm Kuntz? I've had enough. I've had enough. Do they need me to come down to the do they need me to come down to the Henderson facility and put foots in him myself? I mean, do they need me really to go do that? Because I'll do it. He's a big boy, but I'll tell him, man, you need to get to moving. Mark Alvarez, family in the house. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear. He has like 13 kids. It's crazy, and they're all cute. None of them age. I'm just jealous. Tom Shepard got one. Does your net worth include all your mustache oil and conditioner? Hey, if you need tips on conditioner, I have a brand I could, talk to you about. No, I have one, and it's called Extreme, it's Extreme Death or something like that. It's crazy. It's supposed to look. It makes it almost like cement. I can just flick it around and all that, and just bounces right back to where it's supposed to be. It's pretty good. And yes, that would be a part of my net worth. I bet if John Harbaugh's still the coach, it'd be a different story. Well, Mark, that's kind of what I was getting at. You're let going of their veteran coach. They're flipping players. Why would he want to go there? I mean, right when I heard he was going to the Ravens, I was kind of like, why? Then they try to cover their by saying they wanted Crosby and Hendrickson. Yeah, no, Tanamoku, they look really bad. I can honestly say this looks almost as bad as Tom Brady, the part owner, trying to come down from upstairs in his full depression, having been dumped by his supermodel wife for a yoga instructor. What? I'm bitter about the Tuck rule, okay? I got to take it out on Tommy Boy wherever I can. And this is delicious. Who loses $1 million wife? I just don't understand it. He's so stupid. Who's the dirtiest, the Robert Kraft or the Ravens owner? No, Mark, wait a minute. We're talking about two totally different kinds of dirty, okay? Robert Kraft is TMZ kind of dirty. Next. Breaking news. Get to watch the show on Family Vacay for the week. Nice. Well, good to have you, brother. Ramiro Cashflow Castro. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Look at that family. Beautiful. If there is a good defensive end still on the board in the second round, I still want to grab him. Yeah, Joe, honestly, I'm looking at that the traditional way. In other words, get a defensive end and get a defensive end in the pros. Mentor, student out of college, bring them together. We got Kwity Paye. Now go get a guy from the ranks to watch Kwity Paye, see how a professional works, and then try to go in and take his job. And don't learn anything from Malcolm Kuntz. Nothing. Justin B8Q, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Hey, no. You don't have to explain yourself, brother. It ain't that kind of show. If you make jokes about the Raiders, I'm not going to suddenly question whether or not you're a Raider fan. We don't do that around here. You want to make fun of the Raiders or make a joke, you feel free. Ramiro Castro, my good friend, says, Bear, let's talk draft, specifically the second pick. Best available or trade back? No, Ramiro, now, for the first time in a long time, I do feel like we're in a position where you should put the pedal down. And in that, I would say, do not down. I do not shift down. I do not trade back. because if we trade back, you're looking for more bodies. So you have a greater likelihood of getting at least quality guys that will make the roster, or out of those extra 5 picks, find 1 star. No, I would say use the pick for the best player available on the board at that time. I don't like when people get away from that strategy, because oftentimes if you need a defensive end or you need a great left tackle, there's probably 5 in the draft, maybe 10 total from all over the country. Now, they're not all stars, but what they are guys that can become stars. Now, what do I mean when I say that? Remember, I've said this many times, but for anyone new watching, and I do see some new faces, so thank you. Please like and subscribe. But I would say to you, you can't just go and get a bunch of guys and hope you'll get something from that. We've been doing that. I would say to you, this is we've done that enough. Now, best player available, and hopefully that diamond in the rough in the draft that other people potentially missed, who was the 5th or 6th person on, Todd McShay's draft board, and yet that's the guy who at the NFL level is going to blossom. Now, what do I mean by that? We know all these college players, I don't care what stats they put up in college. None of that means anything. See Vince Young of Texas, and then come back and talk to me. One of the biggest arms on a quarterback of all time, mobile, Roethlisberger body kind of size. You bounce off him when you try to tackle him. Runs like a wide receiver. Confidence galore. Wins the national championship over a USC team that had 5 or 6 or 7 guys that were going to go to the pros for sure, including the amazing Reggie Bush, who turned out to be, not bad, not great. He had kind of a slow start. It was like his 3rd or 4th year he started to really pick up the NFL game, and he got better. But I would rather go get real players at the position, at every position. When you start getting into the 4th, if you want to draft down in the 4th, then that's fine. But 2nd and 3rd, I'm taking talent. It's time to do that now. We have guys now. Give them a chance. We need a nose tackle to plug in the middle. Don't know if we have one on the team. Tana, I kind of like what we have in the middle right now, but at the same time, I agree with you. You do need one Mount Rushmore. Even if he's on the bench and you bring him in and out to give our other guy on the team a rest, I would rather have someone like that. I don't know if Laki Tassi can't play that position. I'd love to see Laki Tassi do that, because we all know Laki Tassi's that kid we brought in from Australia. He's only ever played rugby, and he's like 19 years old, okay? And even though he's only like 19, 20, 21, he's really, really young. I'm not exactly sure what age he is, but he's super young. He's like 8 feet tall. I don't know if you guys have heard. I'm exaggerating a little. He's 6'6". I think it's 368 pounds, I think it was, or something. And if he ate lunch today, it's 378. It's 10 more every time he has a bucket of chicken. Okay. Question: which projected starter on the current roster most worries you? JPJ. I love him, but I'm starting to wonder if he was a product of good college coaching that doesn't understand how to read signals. And so he's going to end up pretty much just a guard. And I don't know if we really needed him at guard. So he's going to kind of take someone's job, and then that'll give us depth. It'll probably be right guard. Because we're pretty solid at left tackle and left guard. But I'm probably the most worried about him, because I know he doesn't want to do that. I know he wanted to be the center, and it wasn't working. He couldn't call out signals, and that's why we went after Lindenbaum. This is Tim. What's up, Tim? I'm never going to pick Mendoza in the first round, but I can't help but a little jittery. How many high first-round quarterbacks have you seen come into the league and crash? Oh, yeah. Did you see my honey's comment about having to stitch up my hand? It's nice being married to a former medic. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. No, I didn't see the comment, and God bless you, girl. Appreciate you, Peggy. Hi, Peggy. And, honestly, Tim, I kind of have started to pay more attention to what's going on with Pittsburgh just because of your wife. So I appreciate that. She's funny, and you guys are awfully funny, and I appreciate it. And so I hope your hand's feeling better. I think that's great that your wife took care of you. And the fact that she's a former nurse, that is really dope. That's really dope because she can really care for you. It's not like someone that just loves you and gives you an aspirin. I mean, she can really take care of you, take your heart rate, know when you need to go into the hospital, et cetera, et cetera. I like it. Now, personally, I like Mendoza, and we have to get over this idea that every time you pick a number one quarterback, they're not going to work out or they're not going to win a Super Bowl because we don't have number one quarterbacks winning Super Bowls. Those are all statistics that have to fall eventually. They just are. And so every year that a number one quarterback comes out and doesn't win the Super Bowl or has his like 5 to 7 to 8 year career, however long it may be, and then he gets out of the NFL and he didn't win a Super Bowl, I don't know that that's necessarily Mendoza's destiny. But at the same time, I look at how we have this team coming together with pieces, and they're all pieces that lead to you only needing a quarterback that's competitive and confident. And I think the kid has those three things. Now, is there another quarterback in the draft that could be better than Mendoza? Of course. Of course. Remember, we can only take so much from the stats and whether they won the Heisman and whether their team won its division. You do realize that a lot of these teams, the divisions they're in college, they choose the teams they play. And they intentionally pick bad teams to have blowout scores to showcase their players. This is not in question. This is fact. So because we know that's happening, we can't trust what comes out of college. Again, look at what we got from JPJ. Everyone was predicting our offensive lineman, JPJ, to be one of the best scouted centers in the last decade. That was said about him. The most scouted, highest scouted center in a decade. They said he was a surefire, can't miss starter. And then he missed. Now, you could say that's the Raiders franchise. Maybe we didn't have the right coaching staff. Maybe we weren't utilizing him properly. Who knows? And yes, I do think that's what it is. I do think that offensive line skills and the skills of an offensive lineman translate from college to NFL level as well or better than any position in football. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen click with the NFL, the speed of the game and the understanding of it, usually faster than every other position because their position is simpler. It's just broken down. You're a defensive lineman, you get the running back, you get the quarterback. That's it. If neither of them has the ball, find the guy with the ball and bring him down. It's not too complicated. Whereas, you're a wide receiver, you have to know the entire playbook front to back, blah, 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 blah. Mark Vargas, what do you think of our new linebackers, Bear? I love that they're young. They're both 25. They both came from Georgia. They're former teammates, and now they're being reunited with the Raiders. I like everything about that, to be quite honest with you. They're good. Their numbers show they're good. And so we just picked up two very strong, very young, very consistent linebackers that have chemistry already. That is extremely rare to bring to your team. Chemistry is normally something you have to build with your teammates. He's bringing a teammate in with him straight from college. So they cut their teeth. Now they had their pro time, and now they've been brought back together with the Raiders. I don't see how that fails if you have two guys that are genuinely talented. I don't see how that fails. Now you bring back our guy, Eric Stokes, which I thought was incredibly smart. Now we just have to look at that other corner position. And that kid, Caillou Blue, is not completely out of the running. He has natural skills. He bites on fakes sometimes too much, but he is a gambler, and you can't teach gambling. It takes confidence and courage to see a route, see a guy's footwork, and think when he sticks that right foot, I'm going to jump his route and steal this ball. It takes guts, and that guy has that. And I'd hate to let him go before we know what he's got. Bring someone else in that doesn't have that kind of, courage. I'd like to see that. Jesse Parker, you're asking about the Venom black uniforms or the rivalry concept. I don't think we'll wear either one. I don't think that's going to happen. They come out with stuff like this every single season, and then I don't know, it seems like they go every 4 or 5 years. They kind of go, okay, we'll do this. And then they'll go 4 or 5 years, not let any of them onto the field. And then they'll say, okay, let's try this. you know. Oh, Tim. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, honestly, I like Mendoza. I really do. But you have to understand, I'm not picking him over other quarterbacks. I'm really picking his physical tools. Okay, so the other guy I think is Dante Moore, right? Who most people think is the number 2, if not the number 1. I know a lot of Raider fans like that guy. Now, having said that, the measurables are about the same. If I'm not mistaken, and I sometimes get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure Mendoza is the little bit bigger guy. 6'5", 2, I forget how much he weighs. I apologize, but Mendoza's the little bit bigger guy. And I just personally, when you're always gambling on measurables and the knowledge they have between their ears, that's what you're looking at when you scout. And when I see Mendoza, I see incredible possibilities, because whatever they were in college, you have to remember, we have to expect them to be greater than that. I'm not bringing them in for what they did in college. That's what they did in college makes us look at them. But now when we look at you, we're just looking at you to see if, are you going to be able to adjust to the pro game? That's really what we're looking at. That's the only real question. I don't care what his measurables are. I don't care how fast his 40 time is. I don't care how good he is in the pocket or if he knows how to slide his feet and all that quarterback jargon about how they move in the pocket. No, I don't care if he's a scrambler. You either can do it and you blossom and the NFL level becomes something normal to you, or you remain a college player who can't elevate their game beyond that, and you're Malcolm Kuntz. Pun foots at him. I am so disappointed that we gave that guy another deal. What are we doing? What does it matter if he's a veteran if he sucks? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know why we have Malcolm. I don't know why that is. I don't know why he won't go away. But this is the end of my show. I have to say goodnight. Marcus, Dante Moore staying in college. Well, he was the other guy, though. Everybody thought was the number 2. Anyway, you can see I'm rusty. I haven't done my show in 2 weeks, but I'm back. And I'll be on again soon. Much love. Raider Bear family page. Shout out to our armed forces. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force. For all you do, the energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice. Active and veteran, much love. I appreciate you tuning in. And if you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe and share if you care for the Raider Bear. See you soon, Raider Bear family.